Hey everyone, today we're diving into the top 5 countries that Americans just love to hate. Buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride. You know, it's fascinating how certain countries become the villains of the American narrative. It's like a geopolitical reality show where we've already cast the bad guys before the season even starts. So, grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's unpack why these countries have become the target of America's collective side-eye. Starting off our list at number 5, we have Russia. Russia, the land of vodka, borscht, and eternally meddling in elections. We've been down this road before, haven't we? From Cold War tensions to recent political dramas, there's no shortage of reasons why Russia makes the list. I mean, let's be honest, those Cold War years really cemented Russia's place in the American psyche as the ultimate them to our US. We built bomb shelters in our backyards for crying out loud. It was basically the plot of every other movie for a good decade or two. And then, just when we thought we could all be friends, share some space exploration secrets, maybe even enjoy a diplomatic vodka toast, boom, the political landscape shifts again. Whether it's accusations of election interference or those internet memes that are both hilarious and slightly terrifying, Russia just can't seem to shake its reputation as America's favorite frenemy. But hey, at least they gave us Tetris, right? That's gotta count for something. Coming in at number 4, it's China. Look, China's rise to economic superpower status has been nothing short of remarkable. It's like they skipped a few chapters in the global economics textbook and went straight to world domination. But with great power comes great, well, you know the saying. Whether it's trade wars or tech rivalries, China always seems to be in the spotlight. We're glued to our phones, which ironically are often made in China, reading headlines about intellectual property disputes, trade deficits, and who's got the upper hand in the global 5G race. It's a bit of a love-hate relationship, really. We admire their hustle, their work ethic, their ability to crank out a knockoff handbag faster than you can say intellectual property rights. But at the same time, there's this underlying anxiety, this fear that maybe, just maybe, they're coming for our spot at the top of the global food chain. At number 3, we have Iraq. Decades of conflict and political instability have made Iraq a frequent topic of discussion, to say the least. From the Gulf War to the US-led invasion in 2003 and the subsequent war on terror, Iraq has rarely been out of the headlines. It's a nation grappling with the legacy of conflict, trying to rebuild and redefine itself amidst the complexities of regional and global politics. The human cost of these conflicts is staggering, and it's easy to forget that behind the geopolitical chessboard, there are real people whose lives have been irrevocably altered. The images we see on our screens, the stories we hear, they paint a picture of a country struggling to find its footing. It's a reminder that the true cost of war is measured not just in dollars and cents, but in the lives shattered and the futures uncertain. In the second spot, it's Iran. With its controversial nuclear program and strained relations with the West, Iran is a country that keeps making headlines. It's like the geopolitical equivalent of that neighbor who plays loud music at odd hours and never mows their lawn, a constant source of tension and suspicion. Now, I'm not saying Iran doesn't play a role in this often tense relationship, but it's worth noting that the narrative surrounding Iran in the US is often painted in broad strokes, with little nuance or understanding of the complexities of its history and culture. The phrase axis of evil gets thrown around a lot, conjuring up images of a mustache-twirling villain plotting world domination from a secret underground lair. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing entire nations as monoliths, but the reality is far more nuanced. Iran, like any other country, is made up of individuals with diverse perspectives, hopes, and dreams. Perhaps if we could move beyond the simplistic narratives and engage in genuine dialogue, we might find common ground and a path towards a more peaceful future. And finally, at number 1, the country Americans love to hate the most, North Korea. From its secretive regime to its nuclear ambitions, North Korea tops the list. It's the ultimate they're doing what country. A nation that seems perpetually stuck in a time warp, ruled by a dynasty that's as baffling as it is concerning. Every time you think you've got a handle on North Korea, they go and launch another missile or parade a giant rubber ducky through their capital city, reminding the world that they're not going anywhere. Logic be damned. The thing is, North Korea's antics, while often absurd and unsettling, are a symptom of a much deeper issue, a profound sense of insecurity. This is a country that's been isolated from the rest of the world for decades, its people subjected to a level of control that's hard to fathom. It's a stark reminder that behind the bluster and the threats, there are real human beings caught in the crosshairs of a system that seems designed to keep them in the dark and the rest of the world on edge. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting content. See you next time. Remember, it's easy to point fingers and perpetuate stereotypes, but true understanding requires looking beyond the headlines and engaging with the complexities of our world. Until next time, try to spread a little less hate and a little more, well, if not love, then at least a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking.